Hi everyone, today I'm going to be unboxing ZELO's first mini-album, Distance. This is his solo debut. ZELO was the magnate and lead rapper of B.A.P, who were one of my favorite K-pop groups before they unofficially disbanded earlier this year. I say unofficially because their contracts with TS Entertainment all expired and they're all doing solo projects at the moment, but they haven't officially made an announcement saying that they disbanded, and there is a chance that sometime in the future they may get together again. So whether or not that happens, we'll just have to wait and see. But ZELO was my bias in B.A.P, so I'm very, very excited that he finally has debuted as a soloist, and I really, really enjoy every single song on this album. It exceeded my expectations, honestly. This is the special limited edition of the album. I did not buy the normal version, so I'm not too sure how they compare. But this is the cover. We have his logo and his name on the front, and it is box style packaging. So on the sides, this is the first mini album. So ZELO at the top, nothing on the bottom. And on the back, we have a geometric design. It says Distance, and has some copyright information. There is no track listing on the back or anywhere on the outside of the packaging. But the album has 6 songs. Let's lift the lid off. I'm normally not a huge fan of box style packaging, but it is a very sturdy feeling box, which I do appreciate. Inside we have the booklet, which I'm wondering if this is the same as the booklet for the normal version. Like I said, I don't have the normal version, and I didn't really read the specifications too closely. And we had the smaller booklet, which has the Z logo and the circles again. Then we have this, which looks like it has some postcards and photo cards in it. And then we have 3 folded posters. And finally, the CD. I believe, if I remember correctly, that the normal version only comes with 1 of the posters and like 1 random photo card. I could be wrong, don't quote me on that, but that's what I seem to remember. So the posters are a little on the smaller side, made out of very glossy material. This is the first one. So that's interesting. The part that said Distance is actually on the back, and the design is on the other side. Ooh, I like this one quite a lot, but it's kind of... See, stuff like this is where it's kind of sad that it's folded because the creases are like right in the middle of his face, but I really like this picture. And the last one is this image. So all the different posters have very different concepts, which I appreciate. And they feel really high quality too, which is very impressive because I'm not sure too much about the label he's signed with. I'm not sure if it's like an existing studio or if it's like a label that he made, maybe. Looking at the credits, it has something credited to Universal Music as well, so there is some kind of outside help, it looks like. Okay, so here's the contents of this little envelope. So the photo cards are teeny tiny. For size comparisons, this is, you know, a normal size photo card from one of B.A.P's albums. And then the teeny little mini photo card that comes with this. That's so cute though, but it's going to annoy me in my binder because I'm very particular about things being the same size. But anyway, that's the first one. It looks like a handwritten message and a drawing on the back. Oh, his signature has changed too. That's kind of cool. Yeah, it's by ZELO now. That's cool. Which his signature changed over the course of B.A.P's career also. And that's that one. We have this one, which just has his signature on the back. That's kind of cool, though, that he does sign it by ZELO now, because that's his like social media handle on almost everything. I think his Twitter might be something different. And then I don't know what is with K-pop idols and these giant jars of cheese balls, but they come up surprisingly often. Got another handwritten message and signatures upside down on this one. Cute. I definitely was not expecting the cards to be that tiny. They're cute. We have some stickers. Well, so we have 3 different sets of stickers. Wonder if this was also a random item in the normal version. I like this set with the circular stickers. And then the postcards. Again, very glossy, very nice feeling. There's this one. On the back we have his new signature again and his new logo. And this one. There's 4 of these as well. Why was I thinking there was only 3? Clearly I did not read the specifications too closely. And this one, which is actually the exact same picture as one of the photo cards. And this one. And we have this little booklet, which I think might be a lyrics booklet. Okay, yeah, it is. It says lyrics right there. We have the track listing. We have celebrity, the title track questions, IDC, flash party, distance, and be better. As I said, I really do like every song on this album. I haven't been able to find any translations for the lyrics online so far. They might be out there. I may not have looked closely enough. So I don't really know too much about what the songs are about. I will say, though, that he did post a music video for Flash Party pretty recently. And the lyrics were in the description of that. And I do actually, unfortunately, have a problem with the lyrics of that song, which I'll talk about when we get to it. But so far, that's my only complaint with the album. So first we have Celebrity, which was written by ZELO with 3 other people, and I believe the majority of the album was written by him and these 2 people, ENIAC, which I'm probably pronouncing wrong, and Patricia K, which I really appreciate that this is self-written, because he didn't get to write too much in B.A.P songs, but towards the end there he was getting credited for lyrics more often. So I'm really pleased to see that continue with his solo career. So we have the lyrics over here, and it looks like I have a couple paragraphs over here that I'm wondering if that might be maybe him talking about the song a little bit. I'll have to look and see if anybody translated those. I hope so. I also have the title track, Questions, which I really like. It's a great, fun, tropical house kind of song. So if you like that genre, I highly recommend looking up that song. IDC, which I really enjoy. It's probably, I think it might be my favorite song. No, it's one of my favorite songs off the album. This one and Distance, I think, are my favorite. And then we have Flash Party, which he actually performed live before the album came out, and I saw a couple fan cams of it. I didn't watch the whole song because I didn't want to get too many spoilers. But I watched a little bit, and I was really impressed and really looking forward to the album because it's a very ZELO sounding song, I feel like. Unfortunately, I'm sure you can see it on the screen right now. There is unfortunately a slur used in the lyrics, which I am not too pleased about. I didn't notice it the first time I heard it because he doesn't have the clearest English pronunciation a lot of the time, so I didn't really pick up what was being said there. I haven't really seen much fuss being said about it all, and it could just be that this whole release kind of went under the radar in the, I guess, general international K-pop community. But I honestly do hope something gets said because it's 2019. Like, that really isn't okay. And I was actually very surprised to see it used here because I didn't really think that ZELO or B.A.P would have been the type to say things like that. But then again, if you listen to a lot of music that uses stuff like that in a casual context and don't necessarily know the connotations, I can see how it would happen. Anyway, next we have Distance, which I don't know what it's about because I don't speak Korean, but from the sound of it, I feel like it might be kind of an emotional track. So I'm really hoping to find a translation of this one because I'm really curious what these lyrics are about. But yeah, that one and IDC are my favorites on the album. But the whole album is really good. And then last but not least, we have Be Better, which is the kind of acoustic fan song kind of thing, which is very sweet. And finally, let's take a look at the photo book. The back is just plain, as is the spine. So I'm thinking this may be a little different from the regular album. With the track list again there. And there's all the credits again. Yeah, every single song was written by ZELO with ENIAC and Patricia Kay. And then Celebrity and Questions have a couple co-composers. But yeah, it's for the most part a self-composed effort with just a couple co-writers, which I really appreciate. I'm really impressed by that, considering he didn't write too much for B.A.P. It's really impressive to me that he was so hands-on with the solo debut. And I'm really hoping that this is just the beginning. He'll continue to put out more solo releases. He dropped a mixtape on SoundCloud not too long after the album's release, which I thought was pretty cool. And I really appreciate how many different concepts that the album has as well for the photo shoots. Like, Stray Kids came out with Yellowwood recently, and the entire album, it has 3 different versions, and there's only 2 different outfits and 2 different concepts used for all 3 albums. Meanwhile, you have this mini album, which has so many different concepts, which I quite appreciate. I always like when photo books have lots of different concepts, but that's just me. Like if there's multiple versions and each version has a different concept. I don't like too much overlap. I like all the different logos that he came up with for the different songs too. Well, I say he came up with it, might not have been his decision there, but I still think it's a neat aesthetic choice. I really love this concept with the glasses. I like that he had kind of the mask for some of these photo shoots, because it really does harken back to his debut with B.A.P, because that was kind of what he was known for their first couple releases. I brought it back a few different times, like One Shot. Yeah, there's so many different concepts here. I'm very impressed. For this to be a solo debut and for him not to be signed with a major company, it's very impressive. Like, honestly, the packaging here is better than the packaging of some of B.A.P's later releases, if I'm being perfectly honest. TS definitely was kind of cheaping out towards the end there. Aw, and he's got a little thank you to his fans. I'll have to see if there's a translation of that as well. I have the credits here. Says the creative and art director was Patricia Kay, who was also a co-writer and co-composer. Music producer was ENIAC, co-producers were ZELO and Patricia Kay. I really like that it was so tightly knit. I feel like that really contributes to it being such a cohesive release musically. I'm very impressed. And that is it for today's unboxing. Like I said, I highly recommend checking this album out if you haven't already. I'm not sure if this limited edition is still available for sale or if it was first press only, but I know that the normal version should still be available. If you'd like to see more K-pop hauls or unboxings like this one, you can check out the other videos on my channel, and if you like what you see, please feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.